Tangkla na si Tuus Maasi for watching Estoria-Ta. We introduce you now to another visual artist representing Team Guam.
My name is Steve Hardy. I've been a photographer for 18 years and I'm a delegate for FestPac.
Steve started photography when he was 6 years old after receiving a camera as a gift from his brother-in-law.
Since then, I just like taking pictures, but during that time, it was still film, so nothing was digital. And I just learned my craft from working at different establishments and also like magazines and publications. And I was also like the assistant photographer until I became the main photographer for the magazine. So I decided to have my own studio. I was also working for a film processing company, which was Price Costco at that time. And I was a photo lab supervisor. And that's when I started to meet all the other photographers on island because they would develop their films in my lab. And then after that, when they closed down, so then I went ahead and applied at different publications and I was an assistant photographer for them. And then I became the main photographer when, because it was a Japanese company. So the guy left and I kind of like took over the place. And so other people started seeing my work. I shot for Directions magazine at that time, and then GU magazine, and then now I cater to Island Time magazine, plus another magazine just recently in the market. It's called the Gomania magazine, and so I'm working. That's my current project.
Steve says photography allows him to express himself.
I paint with light. Other people paint with paint, with a brush, but I use, my tools are just light and camera. So pretty much if you know the essence of lighting your subject, type of day, and you always get the perfect shot, even though if it's like late at night. So most of my craft I learned through other photographers. I've went to a couple of seminars because since digital came out, so a lot of these professional photographers in the States are having their own like 3-day seminar, and I attended a couple of those. So when I attended it, it's almost the same thing. I already know what they're teaching. So it's pretty much you just gotta learn the basics first, and then you just modify it to your to the type of image you're trying to capture. Since I learned from film, I adopt that through my way of shooting now with digital. I try not to do much with editing. So for example, if I shoot like a portrait or a product shot, I make sure all the background's clean. I try to minimize the wrinkle in the shirt. Make sure that hair is perfect. And then you use different diffusers to light up the face, so so it'll either close up their pores or just like shadow effects on their face. So I try not to use a lot of Photoshop or photo editing, and it'll be much quicker to give your images to the client rather than just relying on, oh, I'll take care of Photoshop, oh, I'll take care of the computer. I don't think that's how photography now should be taught.
The Festival of Pacific Arts on Guam will be Steve's first.
We have a set like areas to photograph, and also we have a gallery that's going to be up. So we'll see their work and they'll see our work, and then it's just exchanging each other's ideas and how they approach their culture and how they how do we take pictures of of people in their island or their country. It's pretty much the same thing. I think it's mostly just a lot of respect, because You know, you just can't take picture and because you want to, you know what I mean? You have to make sure that you don't violate anything in their culture. So you know, that'll be interesting. That's one of the things I'm going to look out for. I'm just excited to be part of the team, you know, the Guam team. You know, the first time I heard that they were coming to Guam, I just want to make sure that I was on board from the beginning. And I'm glad that I was selected as a delegate. And you know, I won't get this experience in the next 30-some years from now. So you know, I think it's an honor to represent Guam, and you know, I hope I make the people proud of my work, and I'm going to represent Guam the best of what I know, and I'm going to make sure that when the delegates leave, they're going to be like, wow, you know, Guam's a beautiful place.
Stay tuned. Estoria-Ta continues after the break.